So I chose Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire for this project. Why did I choose the Goblet of Fire? The Goblet of Fire is one of the longer books of Harry Potter. Throughout the different chapters, more theories are applied. I like the Goblet of Fire because it was the point where the whole Harry Potter series took a climax, with Lord Voldemort being back in power. The three theories that are found in this text will be the reader respond theory, the gender theory, and the trauma theory. Let's start with the response theory. The reader response theory has a very universal meaning in my opinion. It generally means that the readers can have their own understandings of the text. It also gives readers a chance to talk about the text together and compare ideas and influences from the text and see which relates more to a common. Relating response theory to Goblet of Fire. At the end of the text of Goblet of Fire, when Lord Voldemort gets a hold of Harry Potter, my reader response theory was that Wormtail might assist Harry to escape the Dark Lord. Harry had spared Wormtail from death before in Prisoner of Azkaban. Since then, as a reader, I assumed Wormtail will remember and pay Harry back. But instead, this is a quote from the book, Wormtail raised his new silver hand, pulled out the wad of material gagging Harry, and then with one swipe cut through the bonds tying Harry to a gravestone. End of quotation. So he was assisting the Dark Lord into having a duel with Harry that probably would have cost Harry his life, and he gave him no help. So reader response theory is the ideas and expectations the reader develops through reading the text. Meaning of Goblet of Fire through reader response theory. Again, reader response theory cannot be a right or wrong answer. It's just the way a reader understands the text. But from my example, I believe the point of Wormtail not helping Harry is to prove that Lord Voldemort did in fact have a lot of power over the Death Eaters, and that's why some of them served him with loyalty regardless of the consequences. Now to move on to my next theory, which will be the gender theory. I think gender theory is the way people adapt to acting a certain way depending on what gender they are and how society they grew up in sees those genders. Relating gender theory to Goblet of Fire. Gender theory applies because the tournament started when those different schools arrived to Hogwarts. They had restricted genders per school. Durmstrang was boys only. Bourbons also seemed to be only girls, even their headmaster was Mistress Madame Maxime was a girl. They also kept pointing out how beautiful Florvilla is and how handsome Krum was. Meaning of the Goblet of Fire through gender theory. Goblet of Fire gender theory plays part in showing how different parts of the world see gender differently. Both of the schools were from different parts of the country. They both had gender favoritism, one for girls and the other for guys. Now to move on to my last theory, which will be the trauma theory. Trauma theory is the outcome of something unexpected, overwhelming emotions that will change or affect someone even after the impact already had happened. Relating trauma theory with Goblet of Fire. Harry had to deal with trauma during his meeting with the Dark Lord and him witnessing the murder of Cedric. This is also a quote from the book. When he looked back even a month later, Harry found he had only scattered memories of the next few days. It was as though he had been through too much to take in anymore. Which shows that trauma damaged Harry's thoughts. The meaning of Goblet of Fire through trauma theory. I believe that the experience Harry had to go through with the Dark Lord and seeing someone die made Harry realize the importance of trying to stop the Lord Voldemort. It brings in reassurance that he is an evil guy that is not afraid to kill someone for his own good. That will conclude